Kia ora tātou te wānau, welcome back to another YouTube video. Thank you so much for clocking in for another one. In this one we're going to be going over my hybrid build. I'm going to show you the skills, the techniques, the passives, the gear that I wear, and also the weapons that I use as well. As I go through the build, I'll give context and explanations as to why I choose certain things. And to finish the video, it'll be a bunch of clips that I put together to showcase this build. Before we get into this one and not delay any more longer, consider subscribing to the channel. If you find value in the video, leave a like on the video and also a comment down below so we can talk about it. Okay, we're gonna start off with our loadout and also our gear, or the gear that I'm using. The first weapon that I'm using is a Hallecks pick, and the reason why we got that is for poison damage, Disruptor pistol as well, basically the best gun in the game. And then close to that is a triple shot repeating rifle. Actually, I'd go 1 Disruptor pistol. Triple shot would be number 3, and the Perforator would probably be the second best gun in the game. The cool thing about this is, if you didn't know, both poison debuffs stack on top of each other. What I mean by that is, if you poison an enemy with the Hallecks pick, because there's poison damage on this, and you also poison people with the triple shot repeating rifle, both of those dot damages, the poison stacks on each other. And then to go well and pair with that is the second best dot damage in the game in my opinion, which is bleed. So that's what the Perforator provides. The flip side on that, going back to the poison debuffs, both of them stacking up, is all the enemy has to do is to bandage, and it will take both of those debuffs away, or those buffs, however you see it. So in my opinion, the best dot damage is poison, the second best dot damage is definitely bleed, and the third would be fire. Mainly because there's armor out there that can mitigate fire, but also like the fire dot damage is like either the same as poison dot damage or like not as good as well. That's my preference at the moment, and a little bit of a cordial on debuffs in terms of the poisons and the way that we use this. Then I got medkits. I've recently switched from health kit mark 2s. I wouldn't mind going to the 4s, to be honest. Hopefully I could like carry less of these. Otherwise normal heal kits should be fine. I usually use those, but I thought I'd try these. It just means in between your missions and your goals, or hitting wrecks or testing stations, it's easier for me to go back to Haga and farm a lot of fibers and materials to make these heal kits. But if you're in the DD and you want to do heal kits as well, obviously you can find fibers on different islands throughout, but also on my rotations I'd go looking through some of these caves as well to get the micro sandwich fabric. I mainly hit these for the schematics. We're farming C7 for the Hallecks pick. Okay, back to the loadout. I run a DCAT Leader John, just the best. It holds 10,000 water. It pretty much provides endless water out there, especially when you're fighting outdoors in the sun. Obviously that dehydrates you quite a lot. I always run a life scanner as well, and then I always got the vehicle backup tool there as well. You always got to have that in your pocket. On my character, in terms of armor, I'm going with the forge helmet, mainly because of the fire mitigation, also a bit of poison mitigation as well. Obviously in the skill trees you can mitigate that a little bit more with poison tolerance. I think a lot of people do run a bit of poison tolerance because of weapons like Hallecks pick, and also the Regis triple shot rifle as well. But on the flip side, there's people using the cauterizer, which does fire dot damage. That's more of a visual scare, to be honest. When you're set on fire, like, it does do a bit of damage, but visually like it just scares you, so it's like, oh, I better run away in the hill because I'm about to melt or something like that. So I'm using the forge helmet. Power harness is kind of one of my favorite pieces of armor in the game right now. That paired with the circuit gauntlets are these two best pieces of armor that you can get in the game. In between that, I thought I run the forge pants as well. I'm just kind of testing these, but otherwise it would usually be pincushion, and pincushion. But I got the pincushion boots here. Forge armor is good for like energy, fire, blade mitigation. The good thing about pincushion is that it has light and heavy dart mitigation. So if you're leaning towards being a little bit more tanky against dart damage, then you probably want to run the pincushions more. But I thought I'll carry these two out and see how I went, and not too bad, to be honest. I've been holding my own pretty good as of late. Smarter you play, the better.
If you don't play too smart, then you're bloody looking at your loadouts, you're looking at your armor. You're like, what's going on here? How come he took 4 scattergun shots and I just took 2 and I got pumped? But that all comes down to like management of your stamina, shooting and your shield dropping, and they shoot you back at the right time, all that good stuff, like for everyone that gets into PvP. I only got the Mark 5 Holtzman. I run full Suspensor belts, no doubt the best Suspensor in the game in my opinion, and then just running the Power Pack Mark 6. You can probably try the Sparky Mark 6 just for the regen, the better regen of the Power Pack, but Mark 6 goes pretty hard. Okay, let's go to the skills now. We'll start with Trooper as always, and I went 3 on range damage because I knew I was going to use the triple shot a lot more now. 3 on center of mass. Center of mass is just good because not only does it work on when your shields are down or on armor, but it actually helps damage on shield too. As you can see, 20% shield damage, which is kind of like a no-brainer. And then I got 2 on scattergun damage. I probably wanted 3 on here, but 2 would be fine. And in the middle tree here, we went anti-grav, Suspensor dash, which is something that I've seen someone use before. Suspensor dash is good because it doesn't use stamina, it uses your power. But it's mainly so I can get to Suspensor efficiency. Usually I would run 3, but because Suspensor belts are so light, like what are they? 0.2 volts in your pocket, like you can carry 15 of these, no problem. It just takes up slots there. Don't do 15, but 2, definitely 3 you can go if you want. And then we want Suspensor dash, which is going to be one of our main abilities in this build here. And then obviously you regularly want 3 on this Shigwire claw. More range on your claw is gonna give you like so much better survivability, movement, adaptability to whatever situation you find yourself in as well. Always gonna have Shigwire here. I have been thinking though, since running a hybrid build there, I might want to switch like Shigwire out and maybe put it in a sidestep maybe, which is over here, maybe a gravity mine maybe as well. I'm not entirely sure, but this is such a safety net that like you always got to have Shigwire in here. And then we got the Mentat skill tree. Obviously this comes good with your guns, go as well. So we got 3 on range damage, we got 3 on pistol damage. This goes well for our Disruptor pistol. It actually buffs it so high, super good. I think it's 2 shots will break the shield, I believe. If not 2, then it gets that right down to your last little bit of shield. But rifle damage, this is for the triple shot as well. I also wanted to try this with the Dune Watcher because I believe that penetrates shield straight away. Every time I get shot with it, at least it penetrates the fuck out of my shield like nothing. So I want to try the Dune Watcher out a little bit more, but rifle damage we got 3. And when you use your Prescient, you want shield overcharge as well. This helps break the shields even faster, but that's only when you use Spice. Paleontologist, we want 3 on rerouting, and we also want 3 on overcharges as well. You could probably sacrifice 1 point of each here and put them towards your blade damage more, maybe your scattergun too. That wouldn't be a bad option in my opinion, but that's the only part that we use. I sacrifice using like fuel efficient pilot. I didn't plan on farming as I'm kind of running solo. Some of my rows are waiting for the new update to drop and they're all busy with mahi and real life things, so I was just speaking straight for combat. Under Bene Gesserit, we want 3 on blade damage. I'm not using the short blade, I'm using the Hallecks pick, so I left that one there. Another option, if you wanted to be a little bit more adaptable or a little bit more flexible with the build, you could probably use like Weeding Step as well. On the right side here, I always take these as like recovery. You can probably put only 2 on this one if you wanted to. I just put 1 on Sun Tolerance to get to South Healing, which we've got 3 on. I always take Bindu Stability only because there are always people that are spamming rockets in this server. So this is just an extra here that I usually run. Otherwise, I'd usually have something like Exploit Weakness, which is something you can add to your build as well if you have the extra skill points. And then, yeah, Vitality, you want the extra 55 health as always, which is good. Yeah, the only thing that I would sacrifice maybe is maybe just going 2 on recovery to put somewhere else. Okay, then Swordmaster, a real important tree as well, especially for melee side of our build. We've got 3 on blade damage again, just to buff that up a bit. And then we got 3 on long blade because I am using the Hallecks pick, which is a long blade as you can see. And in the middle here, we want Thrive on Danger. This is just for durability and survivability. When you're critically low on health, Thrive on Danger actually helps a lot. It helps with poise damage, also helps with regen delay, all those good things as well. This is like such a huge survivability technique that you can have attached. And then we got like Solid Stance, and paired with the Bindu stability. There's no secret about that now. Everyone runs that 29% poise damage reduction, which is always good. And then we got 3 on field medicine, Crippling Strike, which is our third ability that we usually have equipped. And then you want 3 on max stam, optimize hydration. I'll definitely invest in these two. While you could probably sacrifice 1 on field medicine as well. And that's basically our build. So to finish up, we got Shigwa, Suspensor Blast. The reason why we want Suspensor Blast is when people close the distance on you and you find yourself in trouble, just hit this one and this will help you get out. Use your Shigwa to either get out, or you can just counter melee attack them if you want. Totally up to you. Crippling Strike is basically it just keeps them in one place. Your goal is to make them use all their stamina as much as you can while you have a lot of your own, so you can just keep pressuring them, keep attacking them. Going back to the Suspensor Dash, the best thing about this and why Suspensor Dash, or Blast is the best ability in the game is because it costs 0 stamina to use. You also get like that 1 second of super armor or hyper armor where you can't be staggered or hit or anything. I'd mainly use it for defensive purposes. I've seen people run up to people and then use their Suspensor Blast, which is okay, but I think you get more value out of it when you're trying to defend against an attack or multiple attacks. But Crippling Strike is also one of those good ones too. Usually you'll see people using Waiting Step with Crippling Strike, which is actually fucking dominant. It's really good, to be honest. But then when you got Suspensor Blast, you can typically get out of it if you hit them with it. And then we've got Center of Mass. Center of Mass is good, and the best reason why is because it works on shield as well. Bindu stability, and like I said before, if you wanted to, exploit weakness might be a bit better. And then Thrive on Danger to kind of even out or finish off our build for this one. But that's the hybrid build that I'm running at the moment. It's working pretty good, and then I guess I'll show you a bit of footage of it in action. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Just to give a bit of context, logged in for the first time today and the boys sent a party invite. I humbly accepted and made my way to GA. It was basically a 4v4 at this point, so it was a group fight and I was keen to get into this one. Although I'm running the hybrid build, when my teammate is engaged in melee fighting with the enemy, I usually run support. Although it can be difficult to not tunnel one person, you'll notice me constantly scouring around for potential threats, and that's why I hold a life scan on me. In situations where you slot yourself into a kind of supporter role, trying to use your guns to shoot off the enemy's shields, you have to consciously position yourself on an angle where you can target the enemy, because you can't shoot through friendlies. In some situations where you find yourself outnumbering the enemy and you're constantly chasing after them, it's totally fine to stop, kind of look around and reset, whether that be replenishing your health, reloading your guns, just scouring around for more potential threats. It's cool to get kills and all that, but the more important thing is that you survive and you use your numbers to your advantage. If you're low health and decide to fight with low health, there could be only 1 or 2 shots against you, next minute the momentum switches. Don't forget to always fight as a team. If you got the numbers, isolate 1 or 2 of them and then go from there.
Let's get this cunt.
I get caught in a very sticky situation here. Just remember, when you melee, you don't drop your shield. But when you're shooting in these situations, you can get caught with any bullets from the side, the back, from anywhere. Try prioritizing your stamina. When they're using melee against you, they're using stamina. When they're using abilities against you, they're using stamina. When they're shooting weapons at you, they are stopping their stamina. So in these situations, while trying to dodge everything, use your parry, that's definitely there. Watch your stamina come up. Remember, you have Suspensor Blast, which costs no stamina. So use all of these things to your advantage. There's only one other thing that makes you more vulnerable than being low on health, and that's having no shield. When the enemies pop your shield goes on a full regen recharge state. That can take a little bit, especially when there's 6 other people on your ass. In my opinion, from a person who loves PvP but isn't necessarily great or even good at PvP, the best build for you is predicated on the playstyle that suits you best. If you like tanky builds and you play tank in other different games, maybe that's how you want to play. If you're cracked with your aiming, maybe you want to use guns. If there's something new you want to try, maybe you want to go for a melee build. There's different options there, there's plenty of abilities, and although a lot of the passives and some of the techniques don't work as intended, there's something there for everyone. Alright, that's enough yapping from me in this video, Tewano. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you learned something from this video actually, leave a comment down below and let's have a cordial about it. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. That was kinda nasty. I think they got the loot boys. I see someone.
Yeah, solid, G. Solid.